Hello and welcome everyone watching. My name is Zanaya Scott and I will be presenting my final project on the big question, is there a difference between a life online and offline? But in a video, so I hope you enjoy. So in this video, I will go over the main differences between online and offline life by reflecting on our past topics and discussions from class. In a world where we almost feel the most comfortable online, I will be going over usages of social media in a business setting, as well as privacy with supporting documents and articles to back it up that we're familiar with. In class, we explored a number of topics and situations and usages of social media. To look back at the main platforms we spoke about in class, there were Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Snapchat, etc., even blogs. One of our first big topics we dove into were professionally, how do people show up on social media? And how do we show up on social media to employers? Social media sort of complicates self-representation in working because you would think when you clock out of work, you're free and able to separate your two lives, which are personal and work. But what if I told you you still had to be professional? We've seen a few examples with a teacher that posted on her personal page, I believe it was Facebook. She posted a picture of her smoking, saying she was naked, wet, and stoned, which I figured was very inappropriate, to say the least, because she was a teacher and this was a Facebook that was not private. In another example, a teacher from Danbury High, which is a little more closer to home to us, used a racial slur and shared inappropriate memes about our Vice President, Kamala Harris. Again, he was fired. So it is possible and realistic to be fired over controversial posts. Your actions matter inside and outside your professional setting. It doesn't mean to not have fun and do what you do, just don't post about it. Or use your privacy setting, or use the grandma rule. This is a clear example of how even online behavior affects you in real life. Moving topics, there were a big emphasis on reviewing how businesses use platforms like Facebook, Twitter, blogs, etc. We read 15 ways to use Facebook for businesses. This was a great website that gives advice on how to best interact and draw attention to customers, like customer service, facilitating word of mouth marketing, research and development, product testing, so on and so forth. There are 15 of them. What this does is make a blueprint for businesses to thrive and attract their consumers. Privacy was another big topic worthy of discussion for this video. So when you think of privacy in social media, I would hope this translates as a safe environment. If you're a parent, I know some of your biggest fears is your child growing up and not being safe online. One of the most surprising things I personally found interesting was that without good use of the privacy control on your social media, putting things online open and freely allows people to look through your things and even sometimes personal information. There are also something we learned called doxing, which is publicly revealing private information about an individual or organization through the internet. An example is someone taking pictures and posting it publicly. We've seen it in professional settings where professionals would post about clients and private information. They thought it was okay, it wasn't. And not only was it professional, but was a breach of privacy. We read in an article titled Public Health Inspector Targeted and Doxed by GOP Leaders. The Parker Republicans leader began publishing the names and home addresses of health workers online. As you can imagine, this isn't fun or safe for anyone on that list, because you are now in danger because a large amount of people know your home address and your name, and you can possibly be at danger. Personally, I really enjoyed this class and the different perspectives it brought. I think it definitely helps me be mindful when I see ads and company blogs. I know that their purpose and targets are, and the intentions are, to catch consumers' attention. Actually doing the work in previous weeks, putting me in a scenario to really make me feel like I'm advocating for a company, made a difference to me. Most importantly, with answering the question, is there a difference between life online and life offline? I believe no, there isn't. I like to use the analogy what happens in the dark must come to light, and what you do online, if you're not cautious, mindful, and safe, can affect you in real life and real world situations. Thank you. So 3 main takeaway points from the class I feel necessary to share at the end are to 1, be mindful of what you post because you do leave digital footprints. Live by the grandma rule. Only post what you will want your grandma or someone else's grandma to see. And as I like to call it, don't post anything that you would feel embarrassed reading in front of thousands of people. Number 2, businesses use social media platforms to get consumers' attention. So there are specific reasons and effective ways to best represent their products online to us. As we learned what to look out for as we critique different businesses and what to look out for using advice from the 15 Ways article, they do as well. Number 3 is privacy. Everyone's intentions aren't pure, so please use privacy settings and try not to overshare. Also, companies will do their very best to help consumers gravitate towards them. Social media platforms will track what you do to get things that you like or that you're interested in on like your social media pages that you use every day. And this is one out of many marketing techniques, so don't be alarmed if you just happen to come across it. Thank you.